Welcome. Welcome to the lighthouse. Um, Today is the new moon. It's the new moon in Leo, which is a beautiful time for us here to relax into stillness, to lend an ear, to put our ear to the ground, and to listen in to what it is that's asking to be heard through us as we plant the seeds of hope and as we plant the seeds of right action for the next 6 months. So the next new moon in Leo is going to be in January of 2021. So this is a special configuration today and projecting forward into January. The sort of theme that this new moon is showing up to teach us is about letting go of our identity. So I want you to really be curious at every level today about how you can let go of, you can even break up with your image. There's an old Zen teaching that says before enlightenment, carrying wood, or chopping wood and carrying water, and after enlightenment, chopping wood and carrying water. Sorry about the dog. And one of my teachers recently framed it up really well and said, before enlightenment, chopping wood and carrying water. After enlightenment, chopping wood and carrying water, without a chopper and without a carrier. I love that. I feel like that extra wave of explanation around doing the thing of chopping the wood and carrying the water without the I in it. So for today's work, let us relax into the field of consciousness that is collective, the witness consciousness that is beyond I or me or mine, that is beyond image, that is beyond identity. And that's what's going to help us to accelerate the healing process of the human heart and the collective heart in this new moon in Leo. And so like I was mentioning a moment ago, that the healing process it's not linear and it's not mathematical. So the more we can soften into it and relax into it and be welcomed by it and welcome it, court the infinite anytime and every time you meditate. Court the infinite. Allow what is in the formless to impulse through you, to be expressed through you, to be the emanation that you are embodying. So let's get started, because we have some work to do. So I want to tap back into one of the mudras that we were working with last week, which is a mudra for self-love. Okay, so you're going to conjoin the tips of the index finger and the thumb, and you'll curl the middle ring and pinky fingers in towards the top of the palm. So you hear me in integrative practices talking commonly about creating a conversation of character between the head, the heart, the hands, and the hara. So the hara is this orb of life force energy that's in the ball of the belly. Creating a conversation of character, a fluidity, a literacy, a looping of life force in and out and back into all of these places. So we're going to use mudra and breath, and then I'm going to use mantra. I'm going to sing for you. We used this mantra on Friday, but it was me singing in a recorded version. Today I'd like to actually sing it for you live while you do the hovering and the breathing. So we're going to begin by bringing the hands into rapport with the hara. So I'm not confident if you can see it on your screen, but I'm bringing the mudra down so that it's right there below the sternum, between the sternum and the navel. And then to have the mudra in the electromagnetic field a couple of inches away from the front gate of the physical, substantive belly and body. And you're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. with a language of gesture. We're inviting beauty to speak itself through us repeatedly. We're inviting truth to move through us and speak through us, but right now in quietude. So you're going to begin there, and then at a certain point, I have a talkative dog today. At a certain point, I'll stop us, I'll shift the location, and then we'll lift it up to the heart, and then we'll lift it up to the head, and then we'll lift it up to the infinite, okay? So you'll be in this meditation for the whole of today's session. So find the mudra and find the hovering of the mudra over the hara, in front of the hara. So using this time to overcome any of the inner and outer limitations that you are perceiving as being potentially problematic in, on the path of awakening. And use the meditation also to get centered around what you are standing for and what you are no longer standing for. Let the breath stay alive inside of you, breathing through your nostrils. Let it move circuitously, let it move calligraphically through the rivers of your blood, through the superhighways of energy in your system. Again, the acceleration of the healing process is not linear or mathematical. Let it be totally organic, intuitive, spontaneous, informed by wisdom, like the wind. Hara 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 Gopinde Hara 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 Mukande Hara 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 Uttane Hara 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 Apare Hara 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 Hare Hara 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 Hare Gopinde Hara 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 Mukande Hara hara Uttare Hara hara Apare Hara 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 Hare Hara 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 Hare Hara hara Niraname Hara hara Akame. One more breath here. Connecting with the hara. Your dantian, connecting with your belly. Connecting with the bottom of the belly, the back of the belly, the whole of the belly. Connecting with the rhythm of the belly. Connecting the hands to the hara, to the heart, to the head, and to the infinite. Now take the mudra, this mudra of self-care, of connecting to self, and really experience it as a portal that you are consciously opening. And let all the energy, every iteration imaginable of harmonious, inspired energy to be coming to you and through you and informing your holing process, accelerating your healing process. Right now, accelerating the healing process of the heart. So we're lifting it up from the hara right here to the heart and holding it right here, okay? And allow this energy to pour through you, pouring hope into the bones, loving fully, loving purely. So staying right here, I'm going to pick back up into the mantra. Really contemplating your relationship with your heart. Listening deeply to what it has to say to you, for only you, right now, in this beautiful, precious, never to be experienced moment that we are in right now. Just so simple. So simply hear this now. Hara 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 gopinde. Hara 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 mukande. Hara 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 udare. Hara hara apare. Hara 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 hare hara 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 karayam. Hara hara niraname. Hara hara kame. Hara 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 gopinde. Hara 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 mukande. Hara hara udare. Hara hara apare. Relaxing so deeply into the space of this meditative moment, into the magnificence of this moment, and lean back into it so fully, unabashedly, and completely that all of the image dissolves into the infinite, and all that remains is an immeasurable, intangible light of undying grace that is your essential nature, without the chopper and without the carrier. Hara 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 hare. Hara hara karem. Hara hara niraname. Hara hara akame. Relaxing back into it. Surrender, trust it. Hara hara gopinde. Hara hara mukande. Hara hara udare. Hara hara apare. Hara hara hare Now you're going to bring the mudra up from your heart, up in front of the center point between both of your eyes, and then extend it forward and soften your gaze so you're looking through this beautiful triangulated void space. And completely merge with it. I was having a phone conversation with a friend this morning in Nepal, and he was mentioning this Rumi piece that I hadn't thought about in a while, and it's just such a beautiful articulation of the reality of what is. And he was speaking about how when a drop of rain falls from the sky and falls into the ocean, it is but a single small, seemingly insignificant drop of rain in the magnitude of the whole ocean. But at the same time, the magnificence of the whole ocean is in the singular drop. It's both and. So merge with the infinite, merge with the whole, and in that merging, every dream and vision that you aspire to manifest and mobilize between now and the next new moon in Leo, which is in January, may you be imbued with enough life force energy to enduringly doubt your doubts, because we know that doubt kills all alchemy, right? And there is a power in doubt. And our practice should help us to be the demon slayer of our own doubt. So that every blue ocean project that seems like just another pipe dream, right, isn't a pipe dream, that you have an axis that is full of a new kind of dignity that is informing you, that's guiding you, that's leading you. So here we are. Get right back into mantra. Working with the language of gesture, working with the medicine of the breath, accelerating the healing process, and let it really move into the mandala of your mind. When we work with mantra, the recitation, it is the process of speaking beauty repeatedly, and this is a most remarkable and very old prosperity mantra that's bringing energy from that which sustains us and liberates us and uplifts us, and that which does everything, that which gives grace, that which is nameless and even desireless, and that which envelops all. We're bringing it in. We've spread out the welcome mat in front of the living lighthouse of our human bodies, and we're trusting the process enough to relax all the way back into it and all the way forward through it, to become it, so it can become you too. Hara 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 gopinte, hara 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 mukande, hara hara uttare, hara hara apare, hara 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 hare yeah, hara 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 akaryam, hara hara nirname yeah, hara hara akame, hara 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 gopinte. Alright, friends. So, this is the last layer in today's meditation. You're going to take the mudra and simply elevate it up to the highest height that your arms will allow for, with the point of the mudra facing up, as if it were a kind of key of light that you are penetrating. This word penetration is so important as a practitioner. We don't want to just like hang out on the shoreline of the power and the privilege of these pranic-based practices and just stick our big toe into the water. No, we want to dive right in. You want to let it permeate you. You want to let it penetrate you so that you become the teaching without even having to talk about it, right? You are just, you have perfumed your mind with the revelation to such a degree that it's heard without even making a sound. It's like, you know, the trees don't preach with particulars. They teach in an undeterred way. The trees are simply being the truth of the tree. And so as practitioners, you know, we can get to that point too. I sit up here like I'm not subject to the process, but I'm speaking from the heart of the process, from the yearning to stay in the process, to have a relationship, to steer the ship, to have a relationship to the process. So here you're putting the key into the infinite. Keep the triangulation of the void space of the hands, inhaling through the nose and exhaling out of an open mouth. Let it really give you back a lot of space inside of your body. Nice, baby. Bring all of who you are into this moment. And feel how supported you are. Get a glimpse, please. Get a glimpse of just how beautiful you are. You are where beauty is. You are where joy is. You are. Bring the mudra down through all the tracks. Hover it out in front of the gaze center. Hover it in front of your heart. Hover it in front of your hara. And relaxing into the fullness and the stillness, and at once the resonance and the fluidity, the oneness of this moment. So throughout today's meditation, I have mentioned the word intangible a couple of times, and I'm inspired to share a poem with you before I set you free. And these are the words of one of my absolute favorite poets, David White. And this is a beautiful poem called Working Together. And he speaks about these intangibles, the essence of that which is intangible. He says, "We shape ourselves to fit this world, and by the world are shaped again, the visible and the invisible working together in common cause to produce the miraculous. I am thinking of the way the intangible air passed at speed round a shaped wing easily holds our weight. So may we in this life trust to those elements we have yet to see or imagine, and look for the true shape of our own self by forming it well to the great intangibles about us." It's such a good one. If you've ever heard David White read any of his poems or recite any of his poems, very commonly he will reread or re-recite a particular line or stanza that he feels holds some great gravity or significance. And I find that, well, the computer's blowing up. I really find that, re-listening, rereading, returning to particular technologies or methodologies or techniques, the revisitation into that which is worthy and potentially perennial and always available to serve us is always going to be a good idea. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate your presence, whether you're tuning in live or for a replay later on down the line. Thank you so much. Sat Nam and Namaste.